In this box, in my opinion, is one of the best shoes to release during this terrible monthly drought. Probably one of the best shoes to have released in the last few weeks, and is again probably one of the best shoes to release this year, and it is not a Jordan. Now, I know that might be a surprise to you, but it is definitely a surprise to me. And before we get into what's in this basic Nike box, I need y'all to go ahead and join the family by hitting that subscribe button. If you enjoyed today's content, give me a thumbs up, and like always, leave a comment down below. Now, with that being said, let's get into today's video. Thank you for kicking it with me. If you don't know by now, I'm HG on the road to 1K, so please feel free to join the family by hitting that subscribe button. I can't do it without you. If you enjoyed today's content, give me a thumbs up. And like always, the one thing I request from the family is to leave a comment down below letting me know what you think about today's featured shoe. Now, with that being said, let's get into what's going on inside of this basic Nike shoebox. OGs, y'all know exactly what the deal is about this box, and for my new sneaker enthusiasts, newcomers, this is definitely vintage Nike, all over orange with the white Nike branding on the lid. It's a flip box, as you can see, and my receipt just fell out, but a flip lid, Nike branding on the side, Nike branding on the bottom. Please feel free to pause the video to check that out. One difference is, if y'all have been watching me long enough, y'all know I am a true to size 10, and this is not a size 10. It is a 10.5, and we'll talk about that a little bit in the video. Now, again, I am so excited to bring something other than a Jordan to the channel. I want to bring diversity to my collection. I don't want to just be pigeonholed with Jordans. The only thing that has really been holding me back is I don't like everything. And I'm not gonna just buy something just because to throw it out there on my channel. Unless it's a request from you all, I like to include my family in my content. So, I mean, if y'all got any suggestions about what y'all want to see and it's obtainable for me, then hey, I'll absolutely try and get it and do a review on it. But if it's just solely based on the strength of what I like, I'm not gonna put something I don't like on this channel. Also, a lot of things that I like in particular end up being extremely hard to get, or I just am not able to get to it without resale, and I'm not gonna pay resale for everything. I'm not against paying resale, but in certain cases, it's not that serious. Now, let's get into what's actually in the box. It rings home with me. That did not necessarily play a huge factor in, you know, me buying this shoe. Now, I did get this from LVRG Capitalist. It is a store outside of the city of Atlanta. LVRG, they do some really different, intricate releases, and I've never been there. I've just seen and heard. Hopefully one day I will get personally invited out there. Yo. Or maybe I will have the opportunity to experience one of their releases. So LVRG, if you happen to see this video, or somebody from there happens to see this video, I really think what you're doing is different and good for the sneaker community, and I appreciate what you are doing. So, flipping back the lid, you got the basic Nike paper, nothing special. What is this? Hamster cage lining, like recyclables, whatever you have it, but just the basic Nike paper, the basic Nike box, nothing special. Which I really thought they should have done something a little bit more for this release. It is what it is. I like the shoe. I can't say I don't care about the box, because presentation for me is key, but we're gonna let that slide this time. Now, getting into today's shoe, it is the Air Max 95 ATL. I already know that Air Max 95s don't have the biggest or best reputation, and I can understand that. There are so many other good Air Maxes, but this is not bad either. I think the Air Max 95 gets a bad rep because of the lack of colorways or good colorways. And there's not much you can really do as far as colorways, but they do have some good ones sprinkled in here and there, like the neons. Everybody goes crazy for the neons. Like I always say, it is not necessarily the shoe or the silhouette, it's the colorways that make the shoe bad. But the Air Max 95 ATL, I had to pick it up. Now they've done a lot of different ATL silhouettes, like the Dunks. Those were terrible. The Air Force Ones, those were terrible as well. I passed on both of those. And the Clark Atlanta Dunks, they were okay. Now, one shoe in particular that everybody can unanimously agree on is straight heat and is probably on a lot of you all's grail list is the Bo Jackson Trainer 96 Olympics. Now, those, from the day I saw those, I knew I wanted those, but I just can't pay that high resale price. And it represents the 96 Olympics that was in Atlanta, and I actually participated in the 96 Olympics when I was a little kid. I ran the torch, but yeah, for the most part, the Atlanta themed shoes have been terrible, and I'm glad they finally did one correctly. Now, this was a collab between 3 different Georgia-based, shoe stores: Soul Play ATL, Wish ATL, and dang, I can't remember the third one. I always forget it, but y'all know. Put it in the comments, man. Y'all, my family, y'all get me right every single time. But they did a really good job in executing this and telling a meaningful story, and the meaningful story is what got me in the end, which really pushed me to buy this. But I liked it in the beginning, man. They finally did the color palette correctly. The color palette finally works on a Nike product. Now, I talked about the sizing on the sizing label. It is a 10.5. So let's talk about that really quickly before we get into all of this. Now, there was a rumor that I had heard years ago that Air Max 95s are really narrow and they fit kind of snug. And I'm here today to tell you that is absolutely true. It is narrow in the toe, as you can see in this area. And I'm guessing because of the materials, it gives you a more snug fit because it is really layered. Everything is layered. I am a regular size 10 and I had to go up a half a size and it still fits a little snug. So if you are a regular foot individual and you don't mind a slight snug feel, go up half a size. If you are more of the type of person that enjoys their room in their shoe and the space, go up a whole size. Now, for my wide foot individuals, you might actually have to go up a whole size and a half just to get something comfortable. If you don't mind the snug feel, go up a whole size. But I would really suggest you go into a store, try on a pair, and go with what works for you the best. But I'm here to tell you this is a really tight fit. Now, getting into some of the details of the shoe, each one of these panels with the different color paletting are different textures of suede, from hairy to light, or like the nubuck material kind of feel. So this is a low feeling type suede at the top, and then when you get to the bottom, this is really hairy, and if you rub it, like it actually kind of flakes, and I really like that. I really like it. It's dope. It has a double meaning. All of this has a double meaning, and if y'all can't hear it in my voice, I'm really excited to talk about it. Now, the toe cap is 3M on the toe cap. You've got this mesh netting on the upper. Behind this mesh netting, you can see the lace loops, and it's 3M all under there. So if light hits underneath the netting, you get hit of 3M. You get hit of 3M on the tongue, the toe cap. You get a hit of 3M on the back, and I'll talk about that later as well. And you have 3M on the lacing. So I mean, you're 3M'd out. Now you have a dark gray midsole, and in the air unit you get that hit of orange. Now on the bottom you have a translucent orange midsole that comes to the toe cap, and let me check this out. You have a really interesting design on the bottom which plays into the design of the rest of the shoe. Now you have a gray sock liner, and on the insole, if you take out the insole, you have this really beautiful design on the insole with ATL on the bottom. I like that. I love that. I love it. I love it. Not too many designers or individuals take the time to put something special on the insole, and I'm just glad they did. On the heel of the shoe, this is 3M, and when you hit it with a light, you can see the image of a phoenix, which is a huge meaning to the city of Atlanta. Atlanta was known as Black Mecca, or it might still be known as Black Mecca, but the phoenix is a representation of when they burned the city down and the rebirth of the city of Atlanta, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. So on the back, you've got the phoenix with ATL, and then all of this right here on the side paneling and on the medial and lateral side are the phoenix wings. So it extends. It's an extension of the phoenix to the wings, and the different textures of suede is the different layers of feathering on a phoenix, and it just absolutely goes with the color palette. I love the meaning and the thought process behind this Air Max, and this is probably going to be one of those most meaningful shoes in my collection. I'm glad that the creators or the designers of this shoe were willing, able to tell an intricate story and execute it in such a incredible manner. Y'all let me know, what do y'all think about the Air Max 95 ATLs, or I want to call it the Rise from the Ashes Air Max 95s, in the comment section below. I can't make you feel a certain way, but what did you all think about the story? You know, the rising from the ashes like the phoenix, and the rebirth of the city. Will you all be going after a pair, or did you get a pair? Y'all let me know all that down in the comment section below. Like I said again, on the road to 1K. I can't do it without you all. Thank you for everybody that has been supporting me thus far, and thank you to all the new people that come across this channel and support me. I greatly appreciate you. But before I go, I cannot leave y'all without saying, nothing is impossible. Fight for everything you believe in. Don't let anything stand in your way. This is a huge representation for me of that, and dream hungry. I hear that YouTube has a great way of suggesting good videos from my archives. They pop up here and here, and I will catch you all later. Peace.